What's up, mofos? So I'm out here doing some squirrel hunting. It's early season in Michigan, so Michigan opens up September 15th. Doing some early season squirrel hunting. I'm actually going to give you some tips this time. My last squirrel hunting video was just kind of a joke video. It was a couple years ago. It was like winter squirrel hunting tips and tricks. And I didn't get any squirrels, and I kind of made a joke kind of video, and people were so butthurt about it. So I just got comments like "you suck" and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to make an actual video with some tips, but also relax with the relax. It was a joke. So some people liked it, but I got a lot of people that were just like they were just must have been just scrolling through videos, and I just ruined their day with some joke video. Anyway, so I mean, some tips for squirrel hunting. I'll just start off with in the early season. I mean, as you can see, there's a bunch of leaves on the trees. So, that is actually, I think it's a bonus because it gives you cover. Yes, it gives them cover, but it also makes them feel like more confident, so they're going to be jumping around and moving around more. It's harder to see them, but you can at least hear them. Like in the winter when it's barren, they can see you from a mile away and they're nowhere to be found. Unless you sit in a spot real still and quiet. So yeah, at least in the early season, it's still warm. They're running around. You can still kind of tell where they're at. It might be harder to get a shot. They're also in the trees more, so like you can see them better because they're up high. They're not on the ground looking for nuts and stuff. Typically they're in the trees because everything's still up there. So we'll see if we can get something today. Another tip I find, wear a camo hat. I'm not sure if it actually works, but I feel like if they're like looking down from the trees, it kind of breaks you up a little bit. I don't know, who knows. Just rolling with this single shot Rossi. This is actually a youth gun, so it's like super tiny and super light. Makes it nice for walking around. Never really have situations where I need like 2 shots at a squirrel generally, so works out really well. Just has a little bit of a kick because it's so short. I don't know how it would be better for a youth to have like a super short gun that kicks really hard, but anyway, for me it works good. So as you're walking in, just looking up at the trees, watching everything, a lot of times you see them when you're walking in, they'll be trying to get away from you. Okay, so I just been walking, I haven't seen anything really. So another good technique is just to kind of sit tight for a while. This is a spot that usually I'll see something or I'll hear something. So a lot of times this time of year you can hear them, stuff dropping from trees. You might not be able to see them. It could be a bird, but it could also be a squirrel eating something and the scraps are falling down. So I listen for that, and then we'll get closer to that and see if I can see anything. Also, these kind of logs here, sometimes they'll run across those. If you see some areas like that, it'll be like a little squirrel highway, or they'll sit there and eat stuff. That guy just spotted a little either chipmunk or red squirrel. Oh, I'm hearing something over there. Alright, I might have to check that out. Okay, so there's one over here. Just gonna watch it for a second. It's coming over. It's a fox squirrel. I might have a shot here. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer. I'm gonna get sneaky. Got it in the open though. No, I know I missed. Still up there. It hasn't moved. Still up there. Got to wait it out a second here. So it's still up there somewhere because there's really no other place for it to jump to. I know I didn't hit it because it went to the other side of the tree. Probably a little bit too far of a shot. It seemed closer, but it wasn't actually that close. So it's still in this vicinity, I think. So I'm just gonna wait here for a bit. It could have went down the other side of the tree and went somewhere, and without me seeing it, but I think it's still up there. Alright, well I'm back sitting at my original tree here. I think that was a combination of being a little too far and too much cover. I didn't really have a clear shot. I was being a little impatient, but I know I didn't hit it or injure it or anything because it just scampered around the side of the tree. I think it escaped somehow though, so I'm just going to sit here for a while and be quiet again. It sounds like there's something going on over here. I mean, they're definitely out. I just can't really see them very well. Alright, we got another one over here. So I'm going to try to get closer and keep my eye on it and not take a crazy shot. I can't see it anymore. I'm just going to hang out by this tree for a second. In that tree right there. And then there was a black one over here too somewhere. One here and definitely one there. So this is where the cover is screwing me up because I can tell that they're up here. They're really high up. They're making a lot of noise, but I can't see them. So I just gotta sit and wait. But there's two of them for sure. Lighting's not great either. Quick, just taking a quick coffee break here. Yeah, basically on that side, I mean, I ran into a couple, as you saw, but like with that, today the cover's working against me. I knew they were up there, but I couldn't do anything about it. So I'm gonna try this other side of the road here, and see what's up. It's windy, but it's not too bad. I just say, you know, a lot of times when it's windy, they don't like move around. They don't seem to, at least. I'm sure they do, but it's also kind of hard to like detect them. So yeah, I'm gonna try this other spot which I've had luck at. I actually ran into a dude over here who must be scouting for deer, and he was like fully camoed out. It's not deer season yet. Fully camo, face camo. But he had like a coffee. And I just heard something walking towards me, and I didn't even see him. I started walking towards it, and then I saw his coffee. I'm like, holy crap, man. Scared me. But yeah, I mean, the camo works, dude, apparently. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna hit up this other side, get some coffee, and see if I can get some. This is my jam right here. This is my tree. It's my little butt nub. Just lean up against that. Not a whole lot of activity going on here though. But yeah, you got over here, you got these logs that you sometimes run across. You got a lake over here. And then you got a little bit more of an open area. You can kind of spot them. Either somebody is bushcrafting or they're like homeless. That's a name for a channel. The homeless bushcrafter. I don't know, it's probably like a hunting blind or something. All right, calling it a day. Well, it's about noon. Yeah, today it just wasn't happening. So I don't know. It's warmer. It's windy. It's like 82 degrees, or it's supposed to be 82, so that might be a factor. I also noticed this time of year when it gets closer to like midday, they're not moving around. So these tips though are still legit. I am fairly successful squirrel hunting, and this year I've gotten a bunch. So I've got a bunch in the freezer. So here's some tips, man. September, early season, maybe even into October. Get out about 8:30. Freaking mosquitoes in here. Get out 8:30, you know, something like that. Usually 8:30 to 10 is going to be pretty good. Then they kind of shut down. If you know they're in an area, you know, you can sit by a big tree and just watch. If you're not familiar with the area, do the old, you know, walk a few steps, sit, look around, walk a few steps, sit, look around. Usually this time of year, I'm not sitting there for longer than like 15 or 20 minutes, because if they're there, they're way up high, and they you know, can't see you anyway. So in the winter, you might want to sit longer in a spot because they can see you. So if you're still for a longer period of time, they might come out like a half hour or something like that. These tips still work. I mean, wasn't successful today. I'll take you guys out with me next time. Hopefully we can get something, man.